Hi, welcome to this short video because what I'm going to talk about here is the uploading of Galvanoplot potentiostat data into Djuli. So Djuli you'll see in a minute, but Djuli is a data management system that's specifically tuned for electrochemical data, and Galvanoplot is a low-cost potentiostat system. It's not from ZP, it's from a third party, but the nice thing about Djuli is it can actually allow you to upload data from PalmSense, Autolab, CH Instruments, Galvanoplot, and as we discover new instruments, I should also add Zana as well. As we discover new instruments, and we make Djuli able to deal with that. So the first thing I'm going to do now is just show you what I'm going to do to this. This is, I can tell from the file name, it says amp, so this is amperometry, and they've got this file format which is called GPE. The first thing I'm going to just do is rename it. So I'm just going to change it to a text file. I'm sure there's a smoother way of doing this, but I'll just change it to a text file. The next thing I'm going to do then is open it with Excel. I'm literally doing this on the fly, so so when I open it up in Excel, I can kind of see the I can see details about the potentiostat. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete out a lot of this, and I'll just do that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, Djuli quite often is looking for, when it's looking for amperometric data, it's often looking for two columns. So I'm going to assume here that we've got time, potential, and current. So what I'll do is I'm just going to delete that. So I'm just left with time and current. I can make a note in Djuli that this is done at 500 millivolts, but that said, I'm just going to drag it down a little bit and have a little look, see if there's anything going on down here. Yeah, that's interesting. It's sort of, I got a suspicion that I don't know why, but the way the data comes out, it comes out essentially twice from the potentiostat. But what I'm going to do is, yeah, it's twice. I'm just going to delete this here. So what you can see I've done is I've renamed the file format from GPE to text. I've gone in there and I've essentially cleaned it up, taken out a lot of what I think is unnecessary data. At the top of it, I've taken out one of the columns, and now I'm kind of left with something, let's say, fairly clean. So I've just saved that, so that's that text file edited. The next thing I'm going to do now is just bring in Djuli for a second. So we do whole videos on, let's say, Djuli, and this one's not one of those videos. This one's just showing you how to upload the data. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating a report. There we are, the report is done. And now I'm just going to pick up that data. Actually, I'll do it this way. Whoops, I don't want to do it that way. I will do it this way. And the data is uploaded. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to properties and say this is continuous data. It's actually amperometry. And we will have a look at it. So it's extracting the data. I'll just make this a bit more full screen now. So just let it upload, or let it open rather, I should say. There we are, it's done that. Right, it's quite nice because I've got the amperometric data. So as I say, this data is amperometry. It's off a Galvanoplot potentiostat. It's not a ZP potentiostat, but you can see that by changing the file name, so it wasn't sort of .gpe, it was .text. And then what I did is obviously I deleted one of the columns of data, and I kind of deleted a lot what I thought was superfluous. Something I just noticed is it's no criticism. You know, I know that we were just sent this just as a sort of test, but it looks a little noisy. So what I'll do is just show you that the reason that you may be kind of intrigued by the use of Djuli is it allows us to do things like, I'm going to do a moving average on this data. I'm actually going to delete that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just smooth out this data a little bit. There's all sorts of filters on Djuli. This is just one of those filters. It's extracting. There we go. So I had the original data and then I had a smooth data. So that's kind of one of the advantages of Djuli. I think something that's happening in potentiostat design, I think is wrong, is people are treating the potentiostat. The potentiostat is a data collection system. It's not really a data analysis system, but Djuli is a dedicated data analysis system, and it works with a whole series of potentiostats. But I suppose if I was to summarize that, I've just shown you a quick way of somebody gives you, or you want to upload, you're using a Galvanoplot potentiostat. It was amperometry, and I just showed you how to manipulate the data so you can then upload it to Djuli. And then just as a freebie, I showed you that actually, it is useful to do that because we were able to filter the data quite quickly. Okay, if you've got any questions on ZP, as always, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, thanks very much.